We're here at the March class of lease option classes, and we have the opportunity to go on a little field trip, if you will, where we're going to meet with a seller and investor as a property that he wants to bring into the leasing to buy program. So we all loaded up in the family truckster here, and going to go meet with the seller, answer his questions, get documents signed, get the pictures, and get it rolling so they get to see a real live deal in the works. So important is it's one thing to read something in a book, one thing to see something on a DVD. It's one thing to sit in a classroom and have me talk about how I do my business, how I work it, how things come together, but a totally different to actually see it in motion, see things in the works. We're going to call somebody that has a house for sale. A 3-bedroom, 2-bath for $1,000 down.
There you go.
Okay. I got a voice. I got a voice now. I was calling about the house you have for $1,070 a month. How much is that down payment? And you take section. God dang, there's another. How many houses do you have? I just saw 3 signs. Listen, I got my aunt coming up from Louisiana too. Maybe she could we, my family, these houses next to each other, maybe I could get my family in there. This could work out great. And we've got, listen, we're a good family. We've got, we have good income. We do pit bull breeding, and we'd love to talk to you about your house. If you could call me back, that would be fantastic. Thank you so much.
I should have blocked that.
My goodness. I should have been rolling on that.
Yeah.
I could have turned you in.
With the knife?
Yeah, with the knife. All right, we're going to get we're here at this house we just got listed. We're going to get the sign in the yard, get the lockbox on, and we've got this is a great location because we've got a lot of drive-by traffic here, garage sales going on. You'll see these are so handy because you've got an arrow here, and I say leasing to buy. Now, the great thing about these, the reason it's blank here, is I can stick this in the yard and put $4,000 down, $13.95 a month, or whatever the numbers are, okay? I can also take this same sign, blank if I want to, stick it up there as a directional sign. People see that, they know that's an arrow, and they follow it down. I was going to say $4,300 down, $12.95 a month. The reason I do that is it kind of alleviates some of the calls. If someone's looking for something that's $800 a month or something off base, this kind of alleviates that. $4,300 down, $12.95 a month. If it had something like a pool or something, I'd put pool on here, and you can just leave it at that. On this particular house, I didn't, I've put $422, $4,300 down, whatever. I didn't do it on this house because it's a sizable house, but it only has 3 bedrooms, but it has a huge area that could be used as an office. So. So that's something I'll explain when the people call. I don't want to scare them away, have them go, oh, only 3 bedroom. So I just put $4,300 down, $12.95 a month, and I'll stick it right here. Oh, and then I've got to get on this house, I've got to get a lockbox on. The lockbox I use is just $30, Home Depot, pretty straightforward combo box here. I had a house a couple months ago that was in a decent neighborhood. It was about a $300,000 neighborhood. Put a sign in the yard, put a yellow sign up on a main street that crossed right by it, and just the yellow sign, lease purchase. This is going into a $300,000 neighborhood. I got slammed with calls. So, I mean, you never know. There we go. And that's it. We got the sign in the yard. This is perfect. It's a Saturday, a lot of drive-by traffic because the garage sale's here, and it'll be interesting to see how many calls we get just today alone. So when my my private ship pulled up to Grand Cayman, and of course the band was there to greet me. I was escorted to a fine jewelry store there in Grand Cayman, which of course was also closed for my shopping. A wonderful lady from Grand Cayman said, "Mr. Jackson, I think I may have the watch for you." She took me over to the T-Sot T-Touch watch, and she said, "This is a T-Sot T-Touch. However," and then she pulled this one out. "This is a T-Sot T-Touch Elite." Now, the difference is this actually had all the functions I wanted. Every function I wanted. And it has a touch screen. The Crystal is a touch-sensitive screen where I can touch the front of it to do different functions that I want. And that's what I'm used to in life, is my touch creates an activity. I want my touch to get a response, and this watch provides that for me. So I said, "I want that watch." And she said, "Now, you know, here's the price, and you know this price, there's 2 commas in the price." I said, "It doesn't matter. I want that watch." So rather than, because I like to travel light, so I didn't bring the Amex Black. I said, "You know what? Here's my banker's number. He'll wire it to you." The wire transaction was taken care of. They set the watch for me, adjusted the girth. I have a very small wrist because, again, I like to save my girth for areas where it's needed. So now I've got this beautiful T-Sot T-Touch Elite, and I'm quite happy with it. Well, the reason you want to get the T-Touch versus the iPhone, the iPhone, although it serves its place, when I've had an iPhone strapped to my wrist, I look kind of like an idiot. So I didn't care for having the iPhone strapped to my wrist. Besides that, I'm more of an Evo guy, Samsung Evo. That's where it's at, baby. If I live in this life, you can live this lifestyle where you've got the boat taking you to your personalized jeweler in Grand Cayman. You too can drive a car larger than anybody else, because I'm large, baby. I'm large. This is the way I live. I live large. I drive large. I wear large. All right, now I gotta.
So tell us where you're going with this investor. What's happening now?
All right, we're going to go to this property. There's an investor that has I believe he bought this property. Maybe it's a foreclosure, and he looks like online. It looks like he completely rehabbed it. And to be honest, it looks like he put too much money into it. Just from the pictures I've seen online, it looks beautiful. And because of that, though, I think he's had a hard time moving it. Plus, it looks like it has an extra piece of land on it, which is hard to try to explain that to people on the internet sometimes, as far as the value in the property. 330. Oh, that's it. Yes. Hey, Dustin.
Hey there. How's it going?
Good. Thank you so much for meeting us here and kind of going through this. So I decided I'm just going to take a small group of people a couple times a year, let them come here, and I'll just teach them. And so we just got to take a very small group, and it just so happened this was the week. So you had emailed me, and we were in downtown Fort Worth at MC Suites, and I said, you know what, maybe we could kind of take something out here.
Sounds great.
All right, let's take a look inside here.
Good deal.
Now, first of all, how did you find me? Did you receive one of my mailers? Or?
I kind of seen your name before, but then I received one of your mailers.
Okay.
And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this guy a call.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
see what we can do.
I thought, he's got a really nice one-story ranch house that he got as either a foreclosure or investment property, because I saw an old listing where it was a handyman special.
Yep.
I don't know how old that listing was, but then I saw the more recent, I thought, whoa, they have put a ton into this house. It looks beautiful. You put a lot of money into it. Maybe put too much money into it, and it's a matter of how do we try to get that back at the end of the day. I'll tell you what, since I'm standing here, we'll just take a look. This is gorgeous. I mean, look at this. You got the count. I mean, basically y'all had to come in and y'all gutted it, didn't you?
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I just got this new phone and I don't know how it works.
Evo.
No, this is the Samsung.
Yeah, I'm in Epic. I said Epic. Oh, check this out, buddy. Check it out. Have you done the swipe? You got to swipe. Oh, you got to get used to that. I bought this phone because it's got the slide out. I thought that's the only way I'm going to text.
Yeah.
But then I learned how to swipe.
I've literally had it for like 4 days.
Oh, you got to learn to. You know what? I'll grab my phone. I'm going to show you swipe, and you're going to be hooked. Where are you as far as room? I mean,
we don't have lots of room.
Is it pretty tight?
You know, if we're not having to pay a realtor's commission, we have more room.
Sure. I'm sure you may have contractors. I can put you in touch with some people as well, just to at least fix the little cyclone fence over there, and clean up the scruff.
You know, we've had people offer us $10,000-15,000 down, which sounds very attractive, but you know, if they can't get permanent financing, then it's we would like to be out of this house.
The primary goal is how can we help? Maybe it's with us, maybe it's without us, maybe it's utilizing somebody else, or as far as another avenue, or what's the game plan here? When Dustin first contacted me via email, again, you all have seen the first thing to do: pull tax records, start pulling information, start looking online, start gathering information. Where are we on the figures? What's value here, etc. So I really think the first thing, and what I told Dustin is, I think the first thing on this house, because the uniqueness is getting an appraisal done. It'll be, because I mean, obviously he spent a bunch of money on this house. It's $350. It's a drop in the bucket compared to what you put into it, and that way, you're not selling yourself too short, or that you're out of the ballpark here. So I think that's very important. Something else that you'll want to do is, I see a lot of wasps here. So if you have my landscape guys come out, they can make sure they attack that. Or if you do it, just kind of something I noticed. You want to. Plus, I'm scared of wasps. I'm so sweet. I'm attracting the wildlife. I love higher price houses. The quality of people is better. I don't have to filter through a lot of renters. It's just it's nice. It's easy. I don't get as many showings, but the showings, it's a smaller pool of people. But I love that pool of people. The water's clean.
Got a shirt matches the sun.
It does. I like to color coordinate. Now for the most important thing, you gotta see the swipe, dude.
Okay.
She's got a phone just like mine. Check it out. Okay. So I say I'm gonna send my wife a text. This works on text. When we get back to the hotel, I'm going to check my voicemails. I've been slammed with calls. Let's see how many of them are for that house we put a sign in front of. Daryl's company, DL Media, does, and I'll show you some of the stuff when we get back, just so you can take a look at it. They do everything for all the media stuff, for lease option classes, all of the web work, the website stuff. They do all of the videos, any of the media stuff. They do everything for me. The newsletters that go out, if the newsletter has pictures or a video or anything, they're putting all that together. Because goodness knows I couldn't do it, and if I tried, it would take me forever. Everything they've done, I've been just very happy with. As you all get things in place, you all may very well want to utilize some of their services to really push and present your company and your site and everything. So he's certainly there to help you guys. And again, just like anything else that I give you guys, whether it's Rachel's phone number or Envision Financial or Tommy's number or DL Media's information, I approach it from, here's everybody I have well, just like the homeowner. I said, I got a yard guy, I got this. You tell me what you need, I'll get you their information. Same thing with from a professional standpoint or business standpoint. Anything you guys need, that I have access to, I'm just gonna, you guys are more than welcome to use them. As far as talking about what we did today out in the field, of course we went and put a sign in the yard and a lockbox on a house, no brainer there. And met with that homeowner, the investor that bought that house, and you got to hear just us talking a little bit, just kind of seeing how it comes together. And I thought it was actually good that his situation was unique in the sense that I said, let's hold off for just a second, let's do this and this, and let me come back and take a look at this. And he had said he had actually talked to another company that tried to offer the same service, and he said once he called me and got some information from me, he could tell, okay, this is the way, if I'm going to do this, this is the way I'm going to go because of the information I sent him, the figures and everything. As far as what you all saw today, again, we've been in the class for 3 days, going on 3.5 days. You've read the manuals, but now actually getting out in the field, even though to me it's just everyday work, it was that kind of nice to see, oh, okay, this is not a big deal. You just go out and you've got your camera, and it's nothing to be nervous about. Because I realized starting off, in anything, you're kind of going a little bit of the unknown. Again, you guys are ahead of anybody else. But for most people starting off with just an idea of, I want to have a lease option company, any kind of company. There's going to be a little bit of the nervousness, a little bit of the jitters about, what if, how do I say this, how do I do that? And so that's why I think it's imperative to see that it's just you being you, having a conversation and doing your thing. Look at that excursion. I like that excursion. I got the 7.3 liter because I'm all about being bigger and better.
Daddy, huh? Daddy's got it.
Today was just the icing on the cake. To actually go to a property and see, what he's doing and what he's saying to a seller to secure a property to put it in the program.
What I really liked about the class, obviously, is it's not a humongous setting. It's not 100 people in a classroom, which is great. He actually gets to know you one-on-one. If you have any problems, you can always pick up the phone and reach him if you got questions.
I got a 7.3 liter, bam!
I'm all about being bigger and better, baby. Right. Don, how was that experience? Are you still bigger and better, dude?
That's just the way I roll.
John is more of a people's person. He connects with people very good. He has lots of humor. He can bring the best out in people. There's never a dull moment. He keeps it exciting. He keeps us laughing in class, but yet and still he gets his point across. He's very serious. And the thing about it is he really wants to see his students succeed.
Coming here, I really feel like I've got a great foundation to build upon. The program is very complete. It's a program you can duplicate and create, and I think I'm very confident that I can take what I've learned here today and take it back to where I live and duplicate it and be successful.
I just got you know what? I like to keep extra underwear in the car because you never know. Because I live on the edge.
And he's very entertaining. He has a great watch. I really recommend coming to John's class. You definitely get your money's worth. He covers everything. He gives you the nitty-gritty, covers all the details. When you go through this class, you're going to leave here and you're going to be ready to start. You'll be ready to make money. The only reason that you won't is if you just don't follow through.